The reveal trailer for the next main antagonist has just been released, and with it we got to see the dark and decrepit depths of Playtime Co. along with, of course, Yarnaby. But the trailer also raises a few questions, like what is this strange looking eye, what does it mean, and who is watching us? Well, let's take a deeper look. Throughout the trailer, we can see Yarnaby lurking in the shadows, stalking us as we progress to the prison area. Suddenly, we hear a little jingle, turn around, and Yarnaby greets us with a simple smile. However, he opens up his real mouth, showing us the true nature of his character, reminding us that not everything inside the walls of Playtime Co. is as it seems. I won't lie, when I saw the character's simple design, I thought to myself, that's it? But when it opened its mouth, I was shocked. This looks incredible, and I absolutely love the design. It's the perfect balance between cute and extremely terrifying. You can definitely tell that's what they were going for. So considering its name and the obvious strings of yarn, Yarnaby is mostly made up of yarn. We haven't gotten a good look at the experiment body yet, but with this picture of him on Mob's website, we can clearly see he is made up of almost entirely yarn. That being said, he kind of resembles a lion. He has a mane, but instead of fur, it's yarn. He also has very large and sharp claws, which further support the lion design. When Yarnaby opens his mouth, we can see a bunch of large teeth on the first layer with a second row of smaller sharp teeth on the second. So this character has two mouths, if you will. I have to bring up that the devs were not joking about this being the darkest chapter yet. Yarnaby compared to the rest of the characters looks much more grotesque. In my opinion, no other character has had this much detail put into their design. I mean, look at the smiling critters, they don't even have teeth. I'm not saying that any other character designs are bad, I'm just saying Yarnaby's is incredibly detailed and it's terrifying. So I can only imagine what chapter 4 is going to look like. Now, we know Quinn Davidson was the orphan used for the Yarnaby experiment, and because of his past, how he liked to stitch different toys together, this character is obviously a rendition of that. It's the idea of yarn being able to tie everything together. As we saw from the ARG, Quinn was a disturbed child. He saw beauty where others saw disgust. That parallels with this character's appearance perfectly. A seemingly innocent look that can quickly become your worst nightmare. Now, I know it's still early in the character's reveal, but for some reason, Yarnaby just doesn't feel as threatening as the likes of Catnap. I mean, they hyped him up so much, he was the big bad villain of chapter 3, but Yarnaby doesn't feel that way. Rather, he feels like a forgotten pet, and I think I know why. During the trailer, we see this TV with a purple eye on it. In one of the frames, there's even smaller ones around it. The TV then cuts to a red eye symbol, something we have never seen before. This raises a ton of questions, but most importantly, what is it and what does it mean? Well, here is my theory behind it. During the trailer, there is a shot of a camera presumably watching us as we make our way through the location. Now, where else have we seen someone watching a camera like this? The story so far recaps posted on Mob's YouTube channel. I still believe these are canon or in-universe videos for Poppy Playtime, not just simple recaps. During these videos, someone is explaining the events of each chapter. Clearly, this person has been watching us from the start. From the moment we walk in, he calls us an intruder, almost like he is suggesting this is his factory. A person that knows all about each experiment, considering how fascinated he sounds when talking about them. He even seemed to know a lot about Poppy's personality. At the end of the third chapter's recap, the camera pans out of the monitors as if we are in the POV of this person.
Which brings us to now, doesn't it? Down they come, like lambs to the slaughter.
So all that being said, I think it's safe to assume the person watching these cameras is none other than Dr. Harley Sawyer. This makes the most sense, considering, like I just said, how fascinated he was when talking about the experiments in the videos.
Our intruder stirred one of the factory's security measures, and he performed exactly as he was designed.
They were his creations, so he was happy to see them thriving, before we killed them. On top of this, there was no confirmation of his death during the Hour of Joy. He could very well still be alive, hiding somewhere. So I think the person watching this camera in the trailer is Dr. Harley Sawyer, which brings us to the meaning of this eye. I'm sure you have already guessed this eye, or the symbol of an eye, is related to Harley in some way. To put it symbolically, he is the all-seeing eye, the Watcher, always watching what's going on in his domain. This was put in the trailer to remind us that every step we take has been seen. This symbol is more or less Harley Sawyer's uprising. But this begs the question of where is Harley if he is watching us? It goes without saying he must be deep underground. After the Hour of Joy, he went to the only place he could go where he knew he would be safe. He went to Yarnaby, meaning we are about to discover where Harley has been staying. Now, why would he go to Yarnaby? Well, thanks to a prisoner profile for the character, we learned something interesting. Harley decided to isolate Yarnaby from everyone else, so his only contact was him. Harley would be Yarnaby's entire world. He would know nothing else but Harley. This led Yarnaby to form an attachment to Harley as if he was his master. Yarnaby was like a dog to him. Although Harley ultimately abandoned Yarnaby, showing him no compassion. With Harley gone, Yarnaby's world was empty. We learned this from a weekly checkup. He became scared, broken down, and lacked any motive without Harley. But the thing is, dogs will wait. They'll wait for however long it takes their master or owner to return. Once said owner returns, the dog is filled with joy and almost forgets they had ever left. That being said, what's one more thing dogs do for their owners? They protect them. After the Hour of Joy, Harley came down into the prison and released Yarnaby in hopes that he would keep him safe from the other toys. Harley wanted his dog to protect him. So with us down here, close to Harley, he sent his dog Yarnaby to try and stop us. Keep in mind, this is just a theory. I could be completely wrong. While there was a lot in this trailer, there wasn't much to go off of in terms of lore. We saw just bits and pieces of the area and then got the reveal of Yarnaby. So I'm sure there'll be another trailer coming out within another month to show even more. But I won't lie, I'm a little worried about the storyline of this chapter. The prototype is supposed to be this massive villain, yet we still haven't heard anything about him. And now we have the Nightmare Critters, Pianosaurus, Yarnaby, an unannounced character called Doughy the Dough Man, and maybe even Harley. Not to mention Poppy, Ollie, maybe Kissy, and even Dog Day. I just hope it all makes sense. I mean, maybe Harley is the prototype. I don't know at this point. Regardless, Yarnaby looks absolutely incredible, and I can't wait to learn more about him. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you like horror game content like this, please consider subscribing. I just made a new Discord server, so if you want to chat with me, I recommend joining the community. Also, if you want to support the channel more, you can become a member. Don't forget to follow my Twitter at TerrifiedT. Thanks for watching.